Greetings, gang. We are back out trackside. Back out trackside once again on a weekend.
Wow.
Yes, we are breaking the trend once again. Aside from being a lazy person, sleeping, staying, and just doing absolutely nothing in my room for the entire day, and for a majority of a week, I decided to come back out here trackside. We are out at a specific location, by the way. We are down at Burlington West in the city of Burlington. Yes, I don't know why we just named this control point after the city, but we are down at mile 49.99 on the CN Halton subdivision. But you can see, checking the ATCS, there is a problem.
What?
You see, there is nothing lined at all. Now, scrolling down the ATCS down towards the Halton subdivision, you could see that there is only one train lined westbound, and it is all the way at Snyder West. Also, I think you see where the problem comes in. We are down over here. Snyder West is up all the way over here in Vaughan. That is quite the distance, I would say. I did not prepare for this day to be so dead, bro. Aside from all that, we head over to Discord where I decided to get some updates from my friends, and still nothing. But something tragic happened while I was waiting out trackside.
What?
Wait a wait.
Please, God, no, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. This can't be.
Are we real about this?
Yeah.
Please, bro, can I just catch a break?
Nope.
Bro, what are these people on in London? It is not that hard to fumble on a station platform, bro. Anyways, aside from that very fateful incident, I decided to do some wandering around Burlington to try and scope out for another Railfanning spot to catch some trains. But I couldn't really find anything good because, well, it would all resort to trespassing, which I don't want to do. And also, I really don't want to go to jail. But there is a little bit of insight, though. One of my most trusted friends had informed me that there are two Aloexo F59 PHs trailing on CN A435 to London, where these are going back to Go Transit for service. Hey, that's pretty good. But though I couldn't make it to ground level on time, I still caught it, but from above. Twin, the last few freight trains did not come by until the late evening. So, we decided to hit Burlington Go, an eastbound GO train out of West Harbor GO, heading up to Toronto's Union Station. It's just your typical average GO train. MP40 in the lead and you got a CEM on the back. Average 12-car GO trains into GTHA. Now, also, there's a purpose why we came out to Burlington Go. We have a CN local heading back up to Oakville Yard. And this local is not just any typical local that you'll know from. No, chat. This has 3 Jeeps on it. And this consist is a long consist. You don't see a lot of long locals in the GTHA now, do you?
Oh my god.
And no, 570 does not count. We're talking Jeeps, not Jevos.
Okay. Because they have green signals. So.
This train sooner or later comes down to a halt, and unknowingly my phone battery was at a very low percentage. So before resuming the recording after this guy came to a stop here at Burlington Go, my phone died. So after all this, I decided to make my way back towards Burlington West at mile 49, where I had an unexpected sneak up. not too bad for a DC duo with a 75i and a DC Gevo. Now let's head back to Aldershot and see what we've got on the Amtrak today. Low-key, dog, I'm going to miss these P-42s when they're gone, because Chargers are soon going to be replacing all locomotives on the Maple Leaf. But let's try not to waste any more time, because we got another train coming. You know, I am really starting to like these decent surprises in the evening, but the problem is it would have been better if it was earlier when I got off the GO train, not in the evening, because we are now here at the turning point where we get to see the all-famous local running through the Halton and Peel region, CN L570, with a really decent surprise up front.
Trespassers, two wearing black shirts, one wearing a blue shirt, right around the Desjardins Canal Bridge, 37.6 Grimsby. Okay, 37.6. Okay, yeah, we'll have an eye for that. Thanks, 1729. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I don't know if you called me earlier. If you don't see anybody there, no need to call back. But if you do see them still around the site, give me a call back and I can update the police. Over. Okay, yeah, we'll let you know if we see anybody. Thanks, 1729. Okay, thank you. RTU.
Well, that was a small little misunfortune. 3 trespassers around the Desjardins Canal and Bridge. Typical Burlington activities. But, oh well, this is our last train, and we're going to be wrapping it up for the day because, well, I don't live in the GTHA, I live in the Niagara region. So, this being CN M396, going from Gary, Indiana to Toronto. Though to my current sight, it seems like that 396 today does not have a DPU. It only has 2 GEVOs on the head end. That's just about it. The typical train activity you'll see. Thanks a lot, Precision Scheduled Railroading. So, let's sum things up. How do you think Railfanning really did for today? Well, for the sheer amount of action that I got in the early to late evening, during the golden hours, I think it was rather nice. Got to see some decent action, got a couple of sneak ups, but it didn't fumble. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. It was an absolute W. I'll sum it up for a 8 out of 10. But now, as for always, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will always and forever see you out on the high iron. God bless. Goodbye.